wearing of kilts as everyday wear, as an everyday outfit, is on the rise in the U.S., or is it on the rise in any other places? I've seen some posts to the effect that in Scotland, the kilt is worn more for formal events and not really as everyday wear. Is that true? Where, he wants to know, where do we think is the kilt most popular as casual wear?
Okay. There's a saying that kilts are worn by Scottish people in America and Americans in Scotland. It's not Americans, when we want to get in touch with our roots and we want to go back to Scotland and we want to see, where the family came from and that kind of thing. You kind of, get sucked into all that is Scottish, and you want to wear a kilt when you're over there. For the most part, Scottish people don't wear a kilt in daily life. In the Highlands, a little bit more so. You'd still be seen kind of as a little bit eccentric, but they generally reserve it more for formal stuff. The way I kind of will draw a parallel is when you're, maybe when you graduate high school or get your first job or graduate college, your parents buy you a suit, buy you your first good suit. And then in Scotland, their parents might buy them, their first good kilt. So that way you could get them through all the weddings that they're going to be attending of their friends and whatever in their mid-20s. That being said, it's not done daily nearly as much or as much over there or anywhere for the most part. Have we seen an uptick in it? Yes.
I think so.
I think we've seen an uptick in people wearing it either daily or once a weekish, or on weekends, or wanting to wear it regularly. For me, it was always a matter of, when I first got the kilt, my very first ones, I spent a lot of money on this stuff. I want to wear it more than just once a month or once a year. So I kind of forced myself to wear it. And then the more positive comments and positive reactions you get wearing the kilt, the more you're going to want to wear it, because it's, the positive feedback loop.
Right. Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I totally agree with that. And yeah, if you spend the money on it, then heck, use it, enjoy it. Don't leave it in the closet. I think there's absolutely been an increase in popularity that we've seen just in the evolution of this business. The reason we've been able to grow as a company is because you guys out there are wearing kilts. It's definitely more popular. There's been a kind of a leapfrogging and dovetailing with the utility kilt market, and there's been I think the more busy and hectic and technical society has gotten over the past couple of decades, the more people have wanted something that was heritage based. They want to get that naturalistic thing into their life. They want to get that sense of individualism in their life because of the daily grind. It's absolutely more popular. I really can't, in answer to the other question, I can't think of any place in the world that is more popular than the U.S. And in the U.S. is probably no more popular than in Spring City, Pennsylvania.
Mecca.
This is the Mecca of kilts.
Mecca. This is world headquarters
here
for American kilt wearing.
But yeah, it's
we have more kilt wearers as a density in this square 100 yards than anywhere else in the U.S.
100 yards. That's like if you can
on a daily basis.
That's true. That's kind of like if you could buy like a square meter of land in Scotland, you can be a Scottish laird.
Yeah.
Is it like that? Yeah. No, seriously though, I think kilts are hugely popular here because the diaspora has more passion. And honestly, in the UK, I'd be speaking out of turn if I said this is true in Scotland, but I know that in London, they are incredibly fashion conscious, and they are very conscious of trends. And to a large extent, that means that they will not always stick with a very traditional dress kind of a thing. Yeah. Bespoke suits or something else. But you see what I mean? They really like to follow fashion in the cities. So I think that it is either a bluffo traditionalist or an eccentric who really wants to wear kilts all the time in Scotland. But guys do. I mean, there are people out there who do love them that much. And occasionally, besides the weddings and stuff, we do see, guys like to wear kilts to football games and stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's the other thing in Scotland. It would be, rugby matches, football games.
Group activities, team activities.
Yeah.
They'll pull them
Yeah,
out
when
for.
you want to show solidarity with a movement or a team or whatever, that's a good time to wear it as a uniform.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I think that I would harbor a guess that the utility kilts being a bit more popular with different demographics than those of Scottish heritage will be a gateway drug, if you will,
Yeah.
into wearing kilts. So
Yeah.
somebody might say, hey, I see you're wearing a utility kilt. That's awesome. I want to get one. And then they get that one, maybe a second one, and then they get into it. And the more they get into it, the more they say, this is kind of cool. Now I want to look at this Scottish stuff as well. And yeah, fair enough.
That's what happened to me.
So yeah, I think it's a neat end around to bring people into the fold, as it were.
We have a huge advantage in this country that we look forward and backward at the same time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that hopefully that answers the question.
Yeah.
But they're absolutely getting more popular.
Yeah. The only place I would say that it's probably reasonably popular, due to them just being badass, is in Seattle, because of utility kilts. It's a little bit of a different type of culture out there. It's a little bit more open and fun and accepting of different types of things, artisty kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So I would say in Seattle, in like Portland,
Seattle and Portland.
Yeah, it would be more popular out there. You'd have a better chance probably there, outside of Spring City. You'd have a better chance, or the Wawa across the street from us. You'd have a better chance in Portland or Seattle walking down the street and seeing a guy in a kilt than you would almost anywhere else in the U.S.
And then I would say actually around, not to toot our own horn, but around here, around the Philadelphia area, I think there's more because people come here physically.
Yeah.
They come to the actual store, So there's always going to be, if there's a brick and mortar store that's successful, there'll be more of a ripple effect in that community. And then I would say Boston. I think there's probably a fair number of guys in Boston.
Yeah.
Because of the music scene,
Yeah,
especially.
I'm going to the actual. If I was walking down the street on a Tuesday afternoon,
Okay.
in any given town, where would I see a kilt?
Gotcha.
So that's
Okay.
kind of where my mind was going to for that question from that gent.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.